If you went to school in Wales, you've absolutely been to Oakwood Theme Park on a school trip. Opened in 1987, it was the school trip destination in the 90s, but the question is it still good? I haven't been probably since I was in school, and with very mixed reviews going around, we thought it was time to give it another go. So spend the day with us in Oakwood Theme Park in West Wales as we look at the attractions, the food, the accessibility options, and decide is it still worth it for a family visit. If you're new here, hi, I'm Ree from mummyof4.com. Welcome to the channel. I'm here today with 3 out of my 4 children, plus my husband, also known as Daddy of 4. We bought the tickets online. We're actually here for the Fireworks Spectacular. Is that what it's called, Will? Fireworks Spectacular?
Yeah, the Fireworks Spectacular.
The tickets were £20 each, but we did actually have 2 complimentary carers tickets as the children do have autism. To qualify for the carers tickets, there are various forms of proof that you need to bring. One of the options is the access card, which I purchased a number of years ago before we went to Disneyland Paris, and that was £15 for the 3 years. And we've used that at multiple places for proof of disability. We parked, came in through the entrance, and then headed straight to the Whistle Stop shop to pick up the children's ride access passes. While we were there, we also got Zara measured. She is actually just a little bit too short for Speed, which is the biggest roller coaster here in Oakwood, which has got a height requirement of 125 centimetres. But she's tall enough for everything else other than Bounce, which isn't open today anyway. So Zara, you're good for pretty much everything else today. So we used the proof of disability also for the ride access pass, which we've been given these sheets. We're supposed to go to the ride exit, apparently. Is that right, Will? Just said to go to the ride exit. We've not used it here before.
Yeah, I think so.
So we go to the ride exit, show the bands that have been put onto the children's wrists. Zara's height requirement band on one wrist and her ride access pass band on the other wrist. And then we've got an accompanying piece of paper which will tick off to say that we've been on the rides. There is a limit to how many rides you can use with the ride access pass per day. And once those have been ticked off, then you've used up all your ride access pass goes. Now, when I used to come here as a child, you used to have to get the train in. I have seen that the train is still here, but you no longer have to get the train from the car park. But we are standing here next to the toboggan, which Mummy went on this when she was probably younger than you. Zara here is 7, Bella's 9. I definitely came here when I was younger than you, and probably again when I was a little bit older than you, because I went on Megafobia, which opened, when did Megafobia open? Well,
Megafobia opened in 1996.
So I've been here since 1996, but not much more recently than 1996. Would you guys like to start with a toboggan?
Yeah.
Daddy of 4's not much of a thrill seeker, but we'll probably manage a toboggan.
But I am watching these dudes on Vertigo.
Ah, so Vertigo, oh my gosh. Okay, first we have to watch this.
Can't wait to watch this.
Right, we are going to watch Vertigo. Vertigo was open when I was here, but I have never actually braved it myself. Maybe we'd have to do this in a future trip. Vertigo is this rather large arch. They hoist people up and then let them go, and they swing back and forth like a cross between like a bungee jump and a terrifying swing. Yeah, okay. As people are about to do this, this isn't a chargeable extra. It's not included in your park tickets. It always has been a chargeable extra. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to watch this.
The exit.
Wow, those people are going to be dragged. Oh gosh, here they go.
And do they let go of the rope?
Well, no, they're gonna unclip the rope, and those people are gonna swing really far forward.
Oh no.
Yep, they're gonna go. Or I don't know if they've got to unclip it themselves. Oh, here they go.
Oh my god. How is that safe?
Wow. That is brave, guys. That's brave. Would you ever fancy doing that?
No.
No?
I'd rather go on the craziest, like, flat rides.
Let's see, would you do that? You wouldn't do a roller coaster, would you do that?
No, I'd rather go for coffee.
Would
Sorry, what about you? Would you do
Daddy?
that? Oh, they're still going, look. They're still, oh wow.
Smiler.
That looked terrifying, I've got to admit. William has decided that actually the entrance to the toboggan is not anywhere near where we were standing, and has made an executive decision that we're going to start off with
The creepy crawler.
no,
Spooky Street.
Creepy crawler must be new since I was last year. Do you know anything about the creepy crawler, Will?
It's like there's multiple carts, and it's like a train kind of ride.
Okay.
But you're on.
As in, but it's a coaster.
Yes, it's a
Oh,
roller
cool.
coaster.
Okay. Excellent. Well, let's give that a go then. So we're walking past the Alpine Picnic Chalet. I'm assuming this is like an ice cream shop and stuff in the summer. What do we think? Yeah, like a little cafe-ish type thing. That's closed. Will, take us to where we're going. Where are we heading? This way. So, Will, this, I know it's just gone Halloween at the time of filming, but this is a permanent year-round attraction, this Spooky Street stuff?
Yeah, year-round Spooky Street.
Okay.
But they do have something called the Witch's Hut, which they open for Halloween, which is like scary.
Cool. Oh well, first coaster in Oakwood, done. What were your thoughts, guys?
It was pretty great. I would say it was pretty tame, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's quite a good family coaster.
Very much a family coaster. Yeah, just like a little dark bit on the way in. We've just walked onto that though. Haven't you used the ride access pass? Possibly it's quite quiet now because it's going to get busier later because of the fireworks. I don't know, but that was a walk on. That was Zara's first roller coaster with overhead bars.
I haven't had them before.
She kept her head back, and then sometimes you get your head bashed a little bit. I think my advice would be when you're riding coasters with overhead bars to kind of lean forward and into it a little bit so you don't bash your head, okay? Kind of like this, you know, like with it. No, it was a cute family coaster, I think. But yeah, certainly tame enough, nothing too terrifying. You would have been fine. You would have been fine. What next, kiddos? Bobsleds. Ah, so the entrance is here.
Oh, that's fun. Do you get wet?
You don't get wet on it. It's one of those, it's like,
Can I go with you?
yeah, you press a lever to go faster or slower.
Oh, yeah.
Toboggan, you know.
I remember.
You remember.
Well, I don't remember, but I know.
Now, the toboggan is something I definitely remember from Oakwood as a child. I was probably your age or younger, probably younger than you when I first did this toboggan. I seem to remember it being near the main entrance. I'm pretty sure they've moved the main entrance. They moved the main entrance, not that you would know. Yeah, shout out in the comments if you've been to Oakwood both back in the 90s and before. What happened? There was definitely a train, wasn't there, to come in? So did you come in for a different place? Did they move the car park? I'm a little bit confused. But then, like I said, it's been over 20 years since I was here, so my memory might be a little bit foggy. Okay, who's excited for the toboggan? Me. It caused a traffic jam.
You were like.
How fast was Daddy going to catch you up?
Venom's just going a bit slower.
You said for me to stop.
No, I said to Danny.
How fast were you going to just crash into them? Flat out. Typical. Won't go on a roller coaster, we'll go flat out on the toboggan.
Control of it. It's got a brake.
It's got a brake. Yeah, you
So
can
you yank
flip
the brake up then. Can't get off a roller coaster, can you?
off. Not easily. So we've warmed up on the toboggan. Now it is time to brave Megaphobia, which, when it opened, was a really big deal. It was, I seem to remember, Europe's largest wooden coaster or something when it opened in the 90s, and I went on it shortly after it opened. Haven't even been back since. Let's see what the children and I make of it. This, we're just in the shop at the exit. Some of the original track from Megaphobia when it was retracked. You can actually buy bits of it, of the original track. If you
that's
lovely,
good.
you could buy, you see that's right up your street now, just a
Yeah.
bit of
Can't do
wood.
that anywhere else.
No, a bit of wood, a bit of, this is a Megafobia chain section, a lift hill something. Probably more you'd know what that's all about than me.
Lift hill.
Okay, let's get on this. We do not need a large chunk of wood to take home, okay?
It's pretty nifty. You can make a coffee table.
Daddy's talking about making a coffee table out of Megaphobia.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Daddy. Being that intense, although we were just talking to a member of staff, and apparently when they did the retrack they actually altered the levels of the drops. Guys, what did you think of that?
That was amazing. So much airtime, and literally it wasn't even that rattly. Like,
I've got to say I'm quite impressed. I don't remember, I mean, it's a long time ago I wrote that. I seem to remember enjoying it but not a great deal about it. That was comparable to the closest thing that we've been on lately would probably be Wicker Man. You'd compare that to Wicker Man because it's another wooden coaster. You'd compare it to 13. 13's not a wooden coaster.
The airport is like
the first drop. Yeah, the first drop in 13 in Alton Towers is quite steep, and that is. Bella, what did you think of that?
I think it was amazing.
I've got to say, that was probably worth the trip. That ride, I don't know what the rest of them are going to be like, but so far we've done. First coaster was, you know, it's very much sort of a family kiddie coaster, but the toboggan's fun, and Megaphobia, fair play. Well done, Oakwood, that was good. So the photos are one for £8 or two for £12. You can only have a digital pass if you have an annual pass, but when you buy an actual photo, you get a digital photo. So we're not going to bother with that for now. Here in the Megaphobia shop, anything you want to have a quick look at other than, we've already seen the wood, we've already seen the chunk of the track. They have got pins here. Bounce isn't open today. That's what, the Witch's Brew, is that like teacups, right, that we walked past. Creepy Crawler, that's the one we did earlier. What have we got here? Vertigo's the one where people were being launched. What's that one? That's just like an Oakwood little dino man?
Dragon guy, I think.
These are like the mascot,
like a mascot, yeah.
Okay, cool. Oh, I don't know, what's that one? That is Tinkerbell.
Oh, like Neverland.
Ah, okay, there is a Neverland section, we'll have to check that out. How would you say that compares Wicker Man? I think the one big difference compared to Wicker Man is you don't have to go through anything dark. So in going into Wicker Man, you really don't like the queue. We skipped the pre-show, there's still a little dark section to go into. So obviously you're going to prefer that bit, but what did you think of the actual coaster when you got on it?
I can't choose, they were both amazing.
Both amazing, both quite similar. Yeah.
I think Megaphobia is more thrilling, but Wicker Man is more themed.
Yeah, Wicker Man does have sort of more of a storyline, doesn't it? It's getting sort of lunchtime-ish. Do you want to look for some food? Do you want to
They
go
got Woody's Burger Bar over there. They've got donuts and ice cream here.
I'm thinking we probably need something a bit more than a donut and an ice cream.
So we can head to Woody's.
Okay, let's try there. I'm glad we're going to eat something after Megaphobia, not just before, because my stomach would not have coped well with eating just before that. Oh my goodness! Back up in that corner, you can see those two blue slides. Those I definitely remember from when I was here. I was nervous of those, I must admit. We'll talk about that later. We'll talk about those later, but I definitely remember those. All right, Daddy of four, what have you got?
That's also the invitation.
Did you take a picture of it?
Yep, okay.
Did you? What did you get? And is it any good? Burger with anything or just burger on its own?
Onions.
No, like a meal or?
Yeah, chips in there for us.
And how much was that?
11 something.
Okay, right, kids. Let's go get some food and then hopefully find some indoor
Go
seating.
to the menu as well.
Oh, well done.
Do you want to have a look?
You're like a professional.
Yeah, like, you know, me and my new YouTube thing going on.
Oh, look at you trying to pitch your own channel. Are you going to do more than the one video you've currently just filmed? So my husband's just ordering some food. They don't appear to have children's meals, so it would be good to see some children's meal options here. There's just adult meals, so I'm just going to share one with Zara because she definitely won't eat a whole one. And we've come into this little seating area next to the burger kitchen, which, I mean, it's a bit rough, I guess it's busy, perhaps they haven't had time to clean the tables, but would perhaps be good to have, if they don't have time to clean them, some sort of, I don't know, cloths available or something so you can clean up the table yourself. I've just kind of used napkins. We've made do anyway. It's not raining, so we're glad about that, but I guess this would be a good place to shelter from the rain if it was. The chips good, guys. You're eating Daddy's chips while you're waiting for your food. Will's having a burger. I think the girls are having chicken burgers, so just asked for plain chicken burgers. They were out of a number of things, and the only non-fizzy drink options were bottled water, and the slushing machine wasn't working. So a little bit of a shame, but to be honest, as long as we're fed and we can move on, then I guess that's all that matters. And unfortunately, when Daddy gets here, one of us is going to have to stand up because they're just tables of 4, aren't they, with these kind of stuck together chairs. But that's okay. That's all right, isn't it? So Will, how's the burger?
It's very tasty. I'd say it's better than McDonald's.
Yeah? Yeah. Okay. Zara, enjoy the chicken burger?
It's amazing.
I'm having half of Zara's chicken burger. Good though. Let's try the chip. Chips any good? So the actual food tastes nice, and actually I've seen on another table someone's got some things that look very much like chicken tenders, so they look quite yummy. It just would be good to see like more of a selection of soft drinks. So bottled water, but you know we always bring bottles to refill water. I haven't seen any water refill stations yet around the park. Hopefully there are some. We do always bring reusable bottles so that hopefully we can fill them up, because I just don't feel buying bottled water. It's good value for money. We need water to hydrate. So yeah, that's the only thing. I don't really like children having loads of fizzy drinks, so we've got bottled water. But you know, other than that, and the seating area being, the food itself's pretty good. Daddy Four's getting a bit spun out by things that could easily be fixed, like a broken chair, aren't you?
Yeah, I can just go in my van, get a screw and fix it.
Just hire
It's like
that.
so annoying.
I know. I think a lot of the things are quite easily, like quite small things, but obviously perhaps knowing where to start to put it all together. Like perhaps I think one of the issues we faced so far is there's just not been enough bins. And yeah, also
they've got 2 bin areas.
They've got 2 bin areas.
Where they could just have, like, if you look at these things, this amount of seats, for those 2 big bins, it's going to take all week to fill them up. But there's also a bin storage area here where there's no table.
That's true.
How silly is that?
I do love the story about Walt Disney buying a hot dog in Disneyland, walking in a different direction each day, and wherever he stopped, like he finished his hot dog, if there was not a bin at that point, they would put a bin.
Yeah. Well
And
done.
these little things do make a difference, I think.
But I haven't seen the bin since you've been in here.
But I think
Inside.
perhaps you don't appreciate those things as much until they're not there. So a few more bins would probably be appreciated about the place. do you
Yeah,
think?
I also think they're missing out on money because they don't open during February half term and they only partially open during the Easter. So I think they should open in February.
You're right. How long have we been in here, Wills?
Like 5 seconds.
William has been very excited to come and try Megafobia. Megafobia has passed your expectations, I think, hasn't it?
I mean, yeah, there was like 10 hours of airtime on that thing.
Yeah, he was rather thrilled with Megafobia. I'm pleased that the changes. Oh yeah, you went on it a million years ago, but you're not going to go on it now, are you? It's
Nope.
been improved since you went on it.
I'll put a photo on. I got a photo of me on it.
You won't recognise him, but yeah.
Back in 1800 and something.
That long ago. Food is done. We can see
20's plenty.
speed, which is new since, I don't know how new it is, but it's new since I was here at least. I'm thinking I want to let my food go down a bit before we attempt that. Guys, is that all right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shall we go and find treetops, which I can definitely remember. Shout out if you came on a school trip and went on treetops as a kid. Now, I can remember, I think we were here, I'm not sure if it was someone's birthday party or a primary school trip, but I remember coming here when I was younger than Bella and going on treetops. So this will be full-on nostalgia for me. Will, what is that called?
That is the, let me check.
What was it called? No, we've all been on that, haven't we? Adults watching this.
I think it's called it's called Waterfall.
Right. I can remember going on that as a kid, and I was actually more scared of the steps on the way up. We had to stand there queuing, and you could see through them, than the actual whoosh thing. I'm thinking today, well, it's freezing cold. Do you want to get literally soaked to the skin? Because I don't. So, might skip that today. Maybe if we come back again, then we'll brave it. But today, I'm thinking, no. We are walking past Bounce. William, why is it closed? A refurbishment project, okay. Again, I think that is probably new since I was last here. Treetops, from what I can recall, is somewhere between Octonauts and Runaway Mine Train Alton Towers. Yeah. Probably closer to the Octonauts. Thinking that was really thrilling as a kid, and I think that was fun. I actually preferred that one. I thought Treetops, Will, was better than that.
Than the creepy crawler.
Yeah,
the creepy crawler was quite rough at parts, but like that was
quite good. You know, for all the nostalgia, I did remember it. I did remember it. What did you think of that? It was good. It was good. We're right at the front. It was funny because it's quite a long train. You could feel it like crawling until the back of the train like
got over. Yeah.
Got oomph. Going. Bella, what did you think of Treetops? Which was probably my first coaster.
Really?
Probably. I probably came here.
So anyone 2 or over can go on it.
Yeah, I mean, I probably came here. We opened in 1987. I was born in 1983. I probably came here when I was about 6.
Yeah.
Definitely before we went to Florida as a family for the first time when I was little. So yeah, the Treetops was probably my first coaster.
I know what my first coaster was.
What was that?
Dino Chase.
It was. But Zara did Dino Chase her first coaster in Paulson's Park and squealed with glee the whole way around. It was very entertaining. What are we going to go to next, guys? So we're over here by Bounce and the waterfall. We've done Treetops. Speed we need to do. That's the only one you can't do, baby girl. Other than that, I mean, we could do Snake River Falls are just over here.
Yeah,
that's another get wet one. So, I mean, I'm freezing. I really don't want to get wet today. Yeah, and if we're going to stay till the fireworks, I think getting wet's probably not a good idea. Do you get wet on Skull Rock too?
Yeah, that's a log swim ride.
Right, okay. So,
I kind of want to go on that.
well, we'll see. We'll see how wet other people look when they get off.
Yes, good idea.
It is a good idea.
Speed, and then we could head to like the Neverland area to
Oh,
check out
sights
some
around
Okay.
here, guys.
Well, this is through this Neverland area, this Sights of London
Yeah.
stuff. It's also Peter
Like-
Pan themed.
Ooh, let's have a look at that then.
Okay, Bella, toilets. Oh, hang on. Apparently there are toilets
Yeah,
right
we're
here.
So the toilets are probably like
on the way to Speed. Cool, let's go. We've been to the toilets. Trying to be diplomatic now. There are some things that they've done quite well, like Megafobia. The Speed looks good. Certain things need a bit of work. The toilets sort of had like a flood-looking thing on the floor. Could probably do with a bit of work.
Although I think ride availability is quite good because I haven't
is.
seen anything close yet.
That's a very good point. Other than the scheduled maintenance. Okay, are we going to brave Speed? Yeah. Yay! I can't wait. William, that Speed looks nuts. Are you going to make me go on that?
Looks worse than the smile of the sun.
You think it looks worse than the Smiler? Okay, great.
The start of it does. Oh, wow.
Lovely stuff.
It's what, William? Lovely stuff. Did you just say that's lovely stuff?
Yes.
Oh gosh. Oh well, what are you going to make me do now? Daddy 4 and Zara are going to sit this one out. Daddy 4 because he wouldn't have done it anyway, and Zara because she's not quite tall enough. William, what can you tell us about Speed, which I'm going to say looks terrifying.
Okay, Speed is the UK's first beyond vertical drop. And
wow.
It's also the fastest coaster in Wales.
Okay.
And it is a Eurofighter model, which is also the same as Saw the Ride at Thorpe Park and
Okay.
Rage somewhere else in the east, I can't remember.
So what do you mean by beyond vertical drop?
It goes, basically, it nearly inverts. You go at like 100, you go at 90 degrees.
Like-
you go
like down,
over
but
90
like-
degrees.
Oh, hooray! Yay!
Also, it has 2 inversions and you get some good air time, I think.
Oh, hooray! I can hardly wait. Don't feel at all nervous.
Bella looks a bit scared.
What are they doing, Zabs?
Oh, well, they said to smile on the second drop. So that probably means they're going to get their photo on the second drop.
Right.
That's the same on Megafobia. They were like, smile for the second drop. I don't care. I just like,
Okay.
it's always funny with my
There they are, look. Hello.
daddy. What happened?
Zara.
Supposed to be filming them on
Zara.
the land.
Should we give Mummy's customers a preview of what's going to happen? Should we?
Scared?
Should we give them? Are you scared?
Bella, okay?
You okay? Yeah.
Whoa. What do you think?
It was like so good.
It was so good.
It did feel a bit weird in the with the vertical.
Yeah, the cranking up was a long
Filmed
old
you.
stretch.
Filmed you.
You filmed it. Oh, good. The cranking up, it was like, whoa, all the snot's running to the back of my head. The beyond vertical was, probably should have left it a little bit longer since lunch, but a very good coaster. It was a good coaster. Bella, what did it remind you of?
Huh?
What did it remind you of?
I don't know. Smiler, I guess. Like the start.
The start was a little bit smilery,
But that was
and then
worse than Smiler. Like
You
the
think?
start was worse than Smiler. I don't know why, but it just felt longer.
Smiler does like a crank up midway through it in Old
Yeah.
Towers,
Also,
whereas
it doesn't go as high, I don't think.
I don't know.
That didn't look.
It took a really long time to
I
crank up,
know.
didn't it? And then the beyond vertical was like, whoa.
I didn't feel the beyond vertical. It was actually not really.
After that initial beyond vertical bit, it was more just fun. That first bit was quite nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
You said that you thought it might be a bit like Spinball.
Well, it kind of reminds me of Spinball because like the sounds like.
Yeah, it does have a similar
track.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's like orange. Yeah.
The colour
It just
scheme.
kind of reminds.
The colour scheme is Spinball.
Well, when you are half a centimetre taller, you can go on it. If you love coasters, you will love that. It's a very good, very terrifying coaster. I was terrified. Were you terrified?
Kind of.
Will, I'd love to hear your thoughts on Speed.
I really love it. Like, I think it's quite a good ride, to be honest. Like, I'm just glad we have it in Wales.
And the thing is that must be very difficult and challenging for Oakwood is the location. So obviously if you're in Wales, great, but it's kind of tucked right down the corner, isn't it? So whereas a lot of the other theme parks in the UK would have people from lots of directions, you kind of got to go all the way down the corner of Wales almost till you fall off. But there are lots of other things around here, so it is worth coming for a little holiday. There are lots of other things, you know, we're quite
Yeah,
close by Folly
Folly
Farm,
Farm,
there's
Heatherton.
Oakwood, Heatherton. So if you are planning a UK break, come to Wales, come to Wales. basically, so far, obviously we've not finished the day yet, but so far, do you think Oakwood is worth the trip?
Yeah, I think so. Like,
Just-
even if you're just going for a day, it's like, you've got to ride Speed and Megaphobia.
Speed and Megaphobia. I mean, I've got to say, I have been impressed by those coasters. They are a lot more terrifying than I anticipated. And treetops.
Yeah,
I thought I was bigging that up in my head, but that was good.
Yeah, I
like
rest my case
treetops.
saying Creepy Crawler is the worst coaster. at the
Yeah,
park.
yeah. Creepy Crawler.
No, we haven't done Dizzy Disc yet. But
No.
Dizzy Disc is looking smooth, so.
Okay. Yeah. Treetops. I think it must be older than the Creepy Crawler because I don't remember the Creepy Crawler, but I would say Treetops is better than the Creepy Crawler. So far, are you thinking it's worth it so far?
What, me?
Yeah. Do you think Oakwood's worth it so far? Okay. So far so good. We haven't really seen a lot that's worth it for very small kids yet, but we are going to head over and check out the Neverland area and see whether it would have been the kind of thing that you enjoyed when you were all a little bit smaller. Just walking past the waterfall where various very brave people are shooting themselves down the slides and getting absolutely soaked, like falling in a swimming pool level soaked. And I'm just hoping now they have a change of clothes because I'm worried about them getting pneumonia, if I'm honest. That's definitely, if you're going to try that, a summertime heatwave kind of ride, not at this weather where we're all wearing 18 layers kind of ride. Walking up here, there's like a barn thing. There used to be a big red slide. Do they still have that here? Shout out if you went to Oakwood as a kid and you remember it was like you had to climb up some steps and get into a sack and like launch yourself down. Was it red? I'm not, maybe it wasn't red. But you had to get in a sack and like push yourself off the edge and you went just shooting down. Do you remember that? Is that still a thing? Ah, so this is arcades. This is not the big vertical drop slide. Maybe they got rid of that for health and safety. It was a different time in the 90s. So coming into Neverland, they've got what looks like a food outlet. I wonder if they do children's meals in here. This has got drinks. No, I'm just having a look. Or maybe it's just a drinks outlet. Drinks and coffees. So it's all Peter Pan themed. I'm not sure who that is. Who's this? Oh, no. Well, do you know who this lady is? No. No, we're not sure. They've got a super cute pirate ship. There's also a Doctor Who box. Okay, Sights of London tour. Towers of London, is that? We've got Towers of London, we've got Big Ben, Nelson's Column. Oh look, there's the train in the distance.
Yeah,
that's the train. Well, that used to bring you from the car park to the park entrance.
All right.
That's how you came into the park. Yeah,
like
to what? To get back to the front of the park?
10.
I think it is the original train from 1987, yes. Nice selection of flat rides, Will, is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah, so we've got a tiny little cute,
It's got massive pink spinning.
quite cute for little kids. Nah. This is a Doctor Who police call box.
No, but Mummy, what's that? That spinning thing with Tinkerbell on the top.
Oh, I don't know, we'll have to look. the crocodile coaster. Look, my hair, it must have been quite thrilling because my hair's all wild.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 was it? Yeah.
Although, in
Like-
all honesty though, it's a cute little coaster, but I've got to say Creepy Crawl isn't the worst anymore.
Okay. I would recommend that for like, you know, 2-year-olds. If you were 2, you'd think that was it, wouldn't you? You'd be like, yeah, you'd be like Zara on her very first coaster, Dino Chase, going, yeah.
It's less scary than my first roller coaster, trust me.
Okay, so that's a good starter coaster then, a good starter coaster.
Very.
Okay, where are we heading now? Wilpida?
I'm not sure. I think Dizzy Disc next.
You don't want to go on Tinkerbell?
I don't know. I mean,
Do you want to go on Tinkerbell?
Driving themselves, something they got like rudders on.
Oh, I don't know. We're going to find out now.
Look, they got rudders.
Do you steer them?
So they go
I think they like go to the side and then they like a flying chair swing, but different.
I don't know. So you got to, I'm not sure. What do the rudders do?
I think they just help you move out, as in swing out.
Okay.
It's going to cut through the air, isn't it? So
Yeah, I think if you like wave it back and forth.
it goes pretty fast. I think if you turn the rudder, it just swings out more.
Right. Oh, okay. Do you want to give that a go? Oh, it's okay. It's actually creating wind
Yeah,
now.
look, see,
Oh gosh,
He's got his in. He's got his
Mummy, I
hands.
told
He
you
goes
I didn't want
sideways.
to go on it.
that looks actually wild. I thought this was going to be a really like. I thought this was going to be the crocodile
Hey.
coaster of the air. But now that's quite.
Sideways, if you do it.
Gosh, Belly, gonna give it a go?
Move out the way, I'm cold.
It's causing a draft.
That's a bit crazy, honestly.
Only if I got
Too scared?
I would do it. No.
Too scared?
I would do it.
You would do it.
Can I go
Too scared.
with you? Can I go
Although
with
I don't think this. I don't think this is like
Don't worry, I'll
the
help.
land area because
This
quite
is
This guy here.
This is a lot wilder looking than the other things in this Neverland area.
yeah.
Do you think we should do that?
I think you'll be fine. I think you'll be brave. 2-year-olds?
And
Wow.
can go in it.
Gotta say, I know it's not the height of summer or anything, but the queues have not been large. I know the children have got the ride access pass, which we've used a couple of times where the queues have been a bit longer. We just go to the ride exit and we've been let on quite quickly. But even the main queues, you know, are not extensive. So that is a positive for sure. Be fine.
I'm scared. Yeah.
What does the steering thing do?
Probably blows the wind to everyone. Let's blow some wind.
It did create wind, didn't it? It did
Yeah.
definitely create wind.
What's that?
I don't know. Check out that in a bit. Something else.
Minute. This side
Yeah.
is going up. This side is going down.
Right.
That's what the wind.
And what were you trying to do?
I was trying to blow wind at you.
You almost blew the camera out of my hand. It's really windy down here. It's like standing next to a plane.
Well, it was more windy up there.
The children actually enjoyed the Tink ride. I am looking incredibly windswept now because it was very windy. We were going to go on the Lost Boys something, but it's just gone down, which in all fairness is the first ride that's been down other than for scheduled maintenance that we've attempted. So that's good. We have spotted more recycling stations around the park. I guess it's a Wales law thing that's come in. If they had just normal bins all around the park, they'd have to sort it by law as a recycling thing for Wales. So I guess they've got fewer locations, but they've got to have this multi-bin recycling thing. So perhaps that's not necessarily an Oakwood thing, it's more a general Wales thing, I don't know. But we were looking for bins in some places, couldn't find them, but you know, other places we have managed to spot them. Okay, shall we give the sights of London a try, just to review it? What do you think?
Alright.
Yeah? Okay, let's give it a go. catch the second half of our day at Oakwood, click on the video on screen now. We'll be braving dizzy discs, giving Oak Tree Restaurant a try, plus exploring new developments, riding Megafobia in the dark, facing off with clowns and chainsaws in Clown Saw, and ending the night with fireworks. Do not miss our final thoughts on whether Oakwood is really worth the trip.